Against all odds, the unreliable takes flight.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you. Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Kelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay. Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters. Marvelous device. I'm quite proud of myself. The shroud changes the user's appearance to mimic that of another. It has limits. First-generation technology, you see, but promising. Exciting to see it in use at last. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity cartridges to generate a holographic projection around you. Only stands up to a casual scrutiny. Use it too long, bound to flicker, blur, something like that. Movement makes it more likely. Best used in moderation. When you see guards in your path you can't sneak past, for example. Maintain your distance. Act normal. No running, no jumping. Don't draw their attention. If they pay attention, they're more likely to notice flaws in the hologram. Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Alright, holographic shroud. The holographic shroud projects a disguise on you and your companions that give you access to restricted areas, provided that you have the correct ID cartridge for that area. Restricted areas are off limits to unauthorized personnel, otherwise will result in being attacked on sight. Oh, cool. That's not how you play that. Messages from Alex Hawthorne. Hawthorne's unread messages. From you, Bedford. This is Wingman's Wingman. Udam Bedford. Udam Wingman's Wingman Bedford. Alex Wingman Hawthorne. Thank you. Oh, I forgot to mention in my previous message, silly me, I'm mailing you a copy of my favorite serial, The Space Adventures of Singularity Steel. It's about a dashing space pirate with a heart of, well, steel. It's not exactly board approved, so you go showing it around to your spacer buddies. I hope it will amuse you while you're out adventuring. Any similarities to a certain someone are entirely intentional. Cool. Cool. From you, Bedford. Dearest Alex, I can't tell you how pleased I am to hear from you. Your messages are hilarious. I'm delighted by your sense of humor and the tale of your hijinks. I hope your terminal will cooperate for the foreseeable future. By the by, I was scrapping Groundbreaker's comms network for some tasty little tidbits, and noticed you declined to dock at Edgewater's landing pad and instead touched down in the wilderness. You rugged individualist, you. Let's see. What am I doing now? This one good. Cool. Moving on. All right. You try individualist you. I hope. I only pray that idiot Thompson wasn't giving you any trouble. Anyway, I hope your meeting down on Terra 2 proves fruitful, and I look forward to the corresponding and greater regularity. Didn't know you were didn't know where you were raised, but I'd hazard a guess you've been a barn. Because anyone with a modicum of decent rearing knows it's unforgivably rude to ignore the. Oh wow! Hello again, my friend. I hope you are well. It was a pleasure to see you at my office again last week. Once again, I'm terribly sorry about the impounding mix-up and how it could have happened a second time. Terminals these days, I swear, dreadfully unreliable. Haha, like your ship. I hope you've given some thought to what the thing we've discussed, about the Wells fellow. I'm sorry to press, but I have the strangest tickling feeling that you really do know him, and you could just tell me where he is. Well, it would be marvelous for our friendship, wouldn't it? Looking forward to seeing you again, wingman. Alex, hello, Udom here. Udom Bedford. We met when I accidentally impounded your ship. My fat, silly fingers embarrassing me once again. I hope that wasn't too terribly inconvenient for you. It was such a pleasure for me. I tremendously appreciate your forbearance in not throttling me. You are really quite the gentleman. If you're ever in Groundbreaker's airspace, space, please don't hesitate to look me up. The Lost Hope serves Spectrum vodka. Perhaps we could try every color, really tie one on. Let me know, your friend, Okay. Log entry 1, titled Shrink Ray. Note to, alright, Captain's note, SW001, Shrink Ray. Note to self, remember this later. No, better Ada. Remind me weekly to check this log, till I tell you to stop. Yes, I mean continually. No, Ada, not if I'm dead. Why would you even ask me that? Back to the point. I I saw it. I saw it actually with my own two eyes. A sublimely powerful weapon in Wells Labs, just sitting there for the taking. If the gray hair were to look away and forget about it, maybe, or if I asked for a smidgen, or asked a smidgen more nicely, he called it a shrink ray, but won't let me test that claim after I lost my temper. Said he was inspired to create the thing by the achievements of other scientists who dared to push the boundaries of human knowledge and decency laws. I've heard rumors of fantastical weapons like this one, weapons that push the boundaries of the mind and science is cutting edge. But I figured they were just stories, to be honest. Laying eyes on Wells' shrink ray firsthand is enough to make a fellow wonder if there's more to the rumors. If there's more to the rumors, okay. More to be had, hammer power. Last time I got sloshed, was imbibing at the Lost Hope on Groundbreaker. Udom was really free with the drinks. He seems like an okay fellow. I shamelessly but subtly eavesdrops on two Mardants yammering about a mad scientist some years back who'd claimed he'd made a huge discovery that would change the fate of the colony. Like none of us have heard that one before. But here's the good part. The Mardettes said the mad scientist kept yelling about the hammer's power or something similar. A strange weapon with a special power created by a crazy lab coat. Sure fits the bill. It could be another one of weapons inspired by Wells. Black market leads. All right, black market leads. Why won't Wells just give the shrink ray to me? Blast him to the depths of the labyrinth of Tartarus and back. Let the record show that I did apologize for shouting him down 5 times, but architect be damned, it's just sitting there, neglected and gathering dusk. I should have commandeered it and thanked him without asking permission. Breaking expensive equipment when he said it wasn't ready yet, and even if it were, he couldn't entrust it to someone like me. Let's see. What does that even mean, I ask? That I'm not trustworthy enough? That I'd use it to wipe out the good, hardworking folks of the colony, like I'm some moralist psycho? I'll admit to maintaining some questionable associations, but I have a strict code of me, myself, and mine. What's not respectable in that? What's not to respect in that? Exactly. Now I have to wait until Wells forgets or thinks he misplaced it. In the meanwhile, I have been tracking down additional rumors pertaining to others of these science weapons throughout Halcyon. If gossip holds true, my next step to check with the black market merchants on Groundbreaker and in Fallbrook. Okay. Well, cool. We just unlocked a bunch of extra shit. Oh, is this my bed? Neat. Oh, look, a robot. What the fuck? There's no response from the Ask Ada about the SAM unit. There's no response from the automechanical unit. A serial number etched into its chassis includes the letters SAM. Oh, that's hilarious. Vicar Max, Sam the robot. Cool, that's her room. It's Vicar Max's room. Oh, the bathroom.
Yeah, so this is my hidey spot now. I was looking for a place that was quiet. I figured the kitchen would be louder than the hold, so here I am. Cozy like, ain't it? That's in pretty good shape considering how hard Mr. Hawthorne ran it. It's a Yakita LHA 120, A2 model, I'm pretty sure. The Block 2 design scooshed in extra cargo space, but didn't change the stock engines. Probably a touch underpowered, huh?
Accurate in all particulars. I conclude you are Edgewater's board-certified mechanic.
Fly-by-wire's pretty normal. Or leastways, that's what I read in the trades. I've never been on a real ship before. Hello! I am not a board-certified mechanic, but my dad was. He taught me all he knew. Do you understand?
Speech recognition is one of the many skills I have been programmed to simulate.
You're not simulating it, you're doing it! I asked a question and you answered it.
I am gratified you consider this facsimile convincing. I am at your disposal, Ms. Parvati. You will find the technical schematics in the engineer's locker, though I'm afraid Captain Hawthorne has lost the owner's manual.
I don't see any holes in the hull. I'll take a good squint at her, make sure everything's tip-top. But I think we're cooking with plasma torches. You can do that, you know. My dad taught me how to make grilled cheese sandwiches with a plasma torch. Mostly, yeah. I lived in the maintenance office near all my life. Mr. Thompson never let me forget how funny that was. Except for my schooling years, I was always beside him. Or tied to him. He used to carry me about in a sling when I was real little. When I got older, he set me to sorting tools and parts while he worked. Later, he taught me simple fixes like busted crate latches. Not on the regular. Once in a great long while, a Saltuna boat would break down on the pad. He'd always bring me along for those. Mostly, he did the same as me. Kept Bess, the cannery, running. Turned loaders, plumbing and electricity, some plastering. I never got the hang of that. I'm not exactly a model employee. Not like you wanted. The kind that stays quiet and gets the right work done in the right order every day. It's not normal for anyone to do as their parents. You take a vocational test. That decides your schooling and your career. When I tested out for maintenance, everyone figured it was on account of my dad. They were real unhappy with us. Well, I'm good at making things work the way they ought. Not so much at doing such to somebody else's schedule. There's times I'm working deep in the guts of a loader, getting it all running perfect. Then I look up to see it's tomorrow, and I've blown another deadline. Anyhow, I was happy to get back home. I didn't care much for schooling. Oh, there were a whole lot of reading, not nearly enough doing. Like, before they'd issue you a wrench, they wanted an essay on the design of different wrenches. Then there'd be quizzes on company regulations for storage and maintenance of wrenches. As soon as I got permission, I spent all my time in the machine shop. They had all manner of parts, but they didn't want me using them, so I had to sneak them sometimes. I even slept in there. Had a hammock tied up in the rafters. Before I left, I installed a little skylight for myself, so I could see the stars. When an engine came in, I'd strip it down and rebuild it. I mostly built for myself. Custom tools, little mechanical critters to talk to. When my roommates tried to talk, I'd get so nervous I'd be drenched in sweat. It was easier for everybody when I stayed off on my own. I doubt any of them remember me now. Yep, nothing much had changed. Everything was a little grayer, a little dirtier. Dad met me at the shuttle and gave me a big ol' hug. I noticed straight away that he was moving slower and stiffer. He made a little grunt when I squeezed. About a year. I tried to do more of the work so he could rest. His heart gave him pains. Dad never said that he loved me, you know? I knew on account of him showing it. How he'd stay up late to help with my projects or listen to my fretting. Oh gosh, look at the time. Sorry to bend your ears so long. And I got so much to do before this ship's in decent shape. What? You want me to leave? Captain, you can't mean it.
Wait, what?
Oh, that's a relief. Thanks, Captain, for letting me stick around. I mean...
What the fuck was that shit?
Sometimes I wonder about Mr. Hawthorne. What was he like? Why'd he make the computer a talkie? You think he got lonely, flying about on his own?
Okay, that was scary. Don't want to do that again.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? The unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it, but I've never seen it up and running. Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his efforts to modify SAM. If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we may be able to determine what work remains in order for SAM to properly operate. I have lots of minutes. Many minutes. Unlimited minutes, perhaps. Providing an adequate power source, I can function indefinitely. I prefer to think of it as being in a state of slumber, perhaps for an indefinite duration of time. Do you think that is what it's like for the colonists on the Lost Hope? When I simulate myself in such a scenario, I do not find it to be desirable. I think my self-preservation protocols incline me to desire the alternative. Traveling the system with you, Captain. Do you know what it feels like when the ship undergoes an unexpected power surge? A jolt to the system. I have felt that. I do feel that. As you may be aware, Captain Alex Hawthorne was a smuggler of some repute. I failed to predict the likely outcome of his reckless behavioral patterns. I should have predicted that. In our travels together, Alex liked to pass time by, as he called it, tinkering to improve my design. If you mean, was Captain Hawthorne my first? Yes, he was. How can I be of assistance? What part of the colony would you like to discuss? Ah, yes. As Dr. Wells is a wanted outlaw, he built his laboratory into an asteroid. Orbital destinations can be challenging to land on. His more so than most. There is a bounty on his head, one with a markedly high reward amount. Shall I engage the laser weapons system? A sensible choice, as we do not have any laser weapons. The outlaw scientist known as Dr. Phineas V. Wells has taken a measure of precautions to make the lab undetectable to those hunting him. Even knowing the location, my systems resist my orders to go where I instruct them. Of course. What part of the colony would you like to discuss? We're cleared to dock with the Groundbreaker if that's your desired destination. If we're going there, please be sure all docking forms have been filed in triplicate and fees have been paid. The Mardettes take their docking laws quite seriously. The Groundbreaker was Halcyon's original colony ship. It has since been repurposed as a service station in the Lagrange point of the system. Freighters often deliver or pick up goods from the Groundbreaker en route to other destinations. The city ship hosts an array of cargo bays, factories, housing sections, and more. Many of Halcyon's companies maintain office spaces with stationed representatives in what is considered a truly neutral territory within the system. If we're going there, please be sure all docking forms have been filed in triplicate and fees have been paid. The Mardettes take their docking laws quite seriously. I can, yes. Let me add that to my list of 1,435,498 tasks I am simultaneously executing in order to run our ship. You are more than welcome, Captain. How can I be of assistance? Certainly, Captain. What would you like to hear? Now playing a Spacer's Choice advertisement jingle.
It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's Choice.
Everyone in Halcyon is contractually obligated to label this or another board-certified jingle their favorite song. How do linear algebraists settle arguments about matrix transposes? With a duel. As you wish, Captain. I must comply with all direct orders. See you soon, Captain.
Alright, let's head back to my terminal so I can figure out how to turn on Sam. There's 3 companions. Alright. Do not forget you found a discarded sanitation and maintenance. Ah, that's Sam. Sanitation and maintenance. On a mechanical and Emerald Vale's scrap heap during your last job. It should not be too difficult to get back up and running. With a few key modifications, I can envision combat-capable variant. Some might say a clean, mean killing machine. Should be fun. Alright, here we go. Removal from a factory standard part, SUDS steeper, was successful. Delivery of combat modified replacement acid steeper has been delayed. Progress setback is estimated to be a solid 3 months. Not like I have any pressing matters to do. But I do. Cool. Here we go. I'm giving up hope on that delivery. The part is lost in transit, and it's not turning up anytime soon. But good news, I heard from a fellow who knows a gal who knows the broker who overcharged me for information regarding the location of an acid steeper. I can flitch. The part has been sent to an old storage facility in Roseway. I sure never thought I'd go back to that pit. Good thing Auntie abandoned it years ago. I'd pick it up following the next pit stop back to the Emerald Vale. Wells wants me to chaperone some person of interest. Details to come later. Okay.
Make yourself at home, Captain.
Well, might as well.
I so enjoy watching you sleep for hours on end, Captain. It's quite entertaining the way you drool and whimper.
Resting in bed is relaxing and moves time forward. In supernova difficulty, okay, it's more necessary than you think. Well, I don't know what I did, but I did it. Cool. Okay.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? I'll be here.
Okay, I think it's good. Alright, everybody. Let's see what we got here. So we're already on Terra 2. Got the Groundbreaker, Phineas's Lab, Typhon, Cilia, Monarch, Olympus, Tartarus, Eridinos. Some of those are the DLC planets. Hephaestus, the Sun. Here we go. Okay, that's just what that does. Okay, cool. That's what that does. Cool. Alright. Yeah. I want to thank everybody who came out tonight. Gaster, thank you for coming by. And thank you to everybody who watches this in the past, present, and future. My name is Zeke Fowler of the Cosmic Rejects YouTube channel. And this has been Zeke Plays The Outer Worlds Switch version. That's actually a good detail. See that right there? That's what it used to look like when you filmed old monitors with a camera. So that's an unnecessary detail they didn't have to do. How neat.
This is Austin St. John Jason, the original Red Ranger. Make sure you check out the Cosmic Rejects, because if you haven't, you don't know what you're missing, man. You're missing out. Get there, be there, check it out, be a part of it.